Why is Dr. Beatty giving the mayor all this attention and this money? We still don't know how much his plan is costing.
But the biggest thing I want to talk to you about right now is the role of the mayor in the support for public education. Because in this city, we have today 198 schools, 112 DPS CD and 86 charter. And I have said many times, I believe in choice.
Be bold. Use the political power that we had and kind of the protected elitism that foundations have because of the grants that we give away and because of our corpus. So we're going to use that power and authority to try and influence people on the agenda that we wanted in terms of kids.
Good evening, board. My name is Kwame Smith, a Walden's resident. About the one app does not work. So, that's what I have to say about that.
I mean, how many of these folks have said, well, you know, I want a school in my community, Mr. Vallis. I'd like to have one so my grandchildren and my children could walk to school. The busing numbers in RSD are astronomical. It's almost unheard of in an inner city climate. Did you not tell us how many percentile of your children are being bused to school?
As I've told this board time and time again, and I apologize because,
what's the percentile?
To sit here and allow the misinformation to be put out.
Tell me.
Let me tell you something. We are busing close to 90% of the kids to our school.
End of discussion.
No
excuse for that.
Do you know
And so Tanya Allen and 150 volunteers just came out with some recommendations, and they asked the mayor to get involved. So last week, I'm not imposing myself on anybody, I invited all our charter operators and Dr. Iris Taylor, the president of the school board, and Dr. Vitti, and we had a meeting. And so I said, let's take an area in northwest Detroit, say Southfield to Livernois and Fenkell to Avon. And we've got about a dozen charter and DPS schools. Let's have a combined bus route that serves both of them. And maybe it looks like this. This isn't a final route, but it gives you an idea of how the bus route could work. And here's the first thing. Parents need to have information to choose their schools. Where there used to be something at Excellent Schools Detroit that fell by the wayside, the state was supposed to do something which hasn't been done. And so I said, what if we do this? What if we got representation from DPS and the charters, from the parent community and academics, and we put out report cards that parents could rely on every year? We did it together, so parents had a basis for comparing. Would you all support that? And they said, if the state gets behind that, we'd like to have you play that role.
we ran a program, a transportation system for kids to get to youth development programs. It was such a flop. I mean, it was such a flop. And nobody in my institution even knew that we had funded it and it was a flop. The reason it came back up was because we actually are funding a for-profit company who is developing a privatized system of transportation in the community. It's all run by GPS and social media.